Hello everyone, today we're going to be giving you an update with the Honda S800. If you've been following along, you have seen the roller coaster of me wanting to quit it because everything was in bags and boxes, to now I'm starting to kind of have some hope at the end of the tunnel. So let me show you what's going on. Well, first off, we've been working on the body. Elise and I have been calling this a brick a day, and it's my philosophy, or our philosophy, of just doing one small thing every day, and one day we'll be finished with this project. So essentially we've been removing residue, cleaning up the panels, and making them nice. Also, what I've done is I've removed every single part from the car, and we've started to organize and categorize. So a good example is this was full of things inside here. So we essentially took it out, and like this is a good example right here. See if you guys can see. Like this box is full of nothing but things that go in the steering column and connectors, like your turn signals and other things. So we organize that. And then over here we have a whole bunch of interesting relays, electrical relays, and things that we are going to need later on. So that's just a good example of what we've been doing to try to organize every part. Now it's been a process because it did arrive, everything just, mixed together. Now, I did remove the transmission, so it was inside there. It wasn't bolted down, but we took it out, so we got that ready to go. And we have a couple cool videos coming up. This is engine parts. All of this is engine parts. I've bubble wrapped them, and we're going to categorize them. This right here is pretty interesting. This is the stuff that we're going to send off to get re-chromed. Individual named Mark that I met at a car show, he's restored a car, and we're going to send some of that to get re-chromed. We're going to do a video on that because it's not cheap and it's a process. All right. So then we're going to come over here, and it looks a little disorganized, but it's actually, we're actually getting a lot more organized. So this is engine stuff, and I really haven't addressed this yet because the game plan is that essentially we need to categorize everything. I have one of the manuals, and I'm starting to learn what everything is, and I'm already getting really familiar with it. And we'll talk about that here in a bit as far as hardware. Over here, we've got some emblems I've been kind of polishing up, just small things that you can do while I'm waiting for things, and essentially organization. But let me tell you what's going on, the big things in the next step. Okay, we're going to come over here. Okay, so essentially we have, this is a tiny one. We have bags full of bolts that are all the way to the max down there. So what we're doing is we're taking one bag at a time, we're emptying out the contents, and we're organizing it all, like washers, bolts, all the hardware, and also anything that's rusted we're putting it to the side. And I also have a bin called I don't know, and that bin is probably like miscellaneous parts that we're going to need during the build. Now, one of the biggest obstacles to this car is that since everything did come in bags, and I have to show you because it's so you guys can understand. Let me move. They're heavy. Okay. So I think I showed you this guys in the video of 10,000 bolts. So what's happening is when we're looking at these bolts, even though for organizing them, we don't know where they go, right? And the manual doesn't show you that. The basic service manual doesn't show you that. So what was crazy is I was just thinking this is just going to be impossible because when you're building the engine, what are you going to do? Just guess, and it's going to take forever. And again, that's something I really don't want to take on. And it was weird that I decided to look through every single thing on eBay that's for sale for the S800, if it was used parts or whatever, and I actually ran into a parts catalog, and you guys won't believe it, but the parts catalog tells you the type of bolt that goes in a component. and it does it for almost the whole entire car. So we have the parts catalog, which I'm going to call the map. We have the bolts, which we're organizing, and once we have all, and the good thing though, and just to be completely transparent with you guys, the bag I just pulled out is definitely like some body bolts and some, I don't know what they are, but like this bag right here, you know, I could tell based on what's inside here, this is either, you know, just the bolts and stuff like that. I think this might be for the carburetors. So at least I have an idea what the bag might be for, or I'm guessing. But then once we have the parts catalog, we could actually identify each bolt and start working backwards. It's gonna take some time and some, you know, reverse engineering, but at least we will have a way how to do it. So essentially, once we do that, and that's gonna take months, essentially, is we're gonna have to find every bolt, we're gonna do one component at a time, one brick at a time. Once we do all that, then we're finally gonna have what they call a full inventory. We're gonna know what's missing, what needs to be replaced, and essentially, we could start rebuilding the engine. Now, the seller has contacted me, and he's working stuff out with me. He's sent me some pictures of the parts that I said are missing. So if he sends those over, this experience might even get a little bit better. So, you know, it's looking a little bit better. I'm not holding my breath, but if we do get those missing parts, which it's pretty decent list, then we will actually be on one step closer to actually rebuilding this whole car. Okay, everyone. So if you have any suggestions or advice, or if you want to help out in any way, please let me know. I'm also going to add some videos and photos at the end of these videos that were just part of the process, so you guys could follow along with those as well. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching the video, and we will see you later.